candidate A, Vakas, your candidate B. This is IELTS Life Skills B1 speaking and listening test. My name's Angelina. Candidate A, what's your full name?
My name is Bhanu Prakash Kadiala.
And can you spell your name?
Yes, it is BHANUPRAKASHGADIYALA. Bhanu Prakash Kadiala.
Where do you come from?
So I have come from India, from a place called Hyderabad.
How long it's been you have lived there?
So in Hyderabad, it's been 25 years since I've been there itself. From my when I've born, from my born and brought up, it's been almost 25 to 26 years. Then after I moved to UK, it's been 17 months here. I'm staying here.
Thank you. Candidate B, can I have your full name?
My full name is Zulfikar.
Can you spell your name?
WAKOS.
Where do you come from?
I come from Lahore, Pakistan.
And how long it's been you've lived there? How long it's been you have lived there?
It's been 20 years.
Thank you. Now, candidate A and candidate B, find out from each other about each other's favorite magazines and books. You have 2 minutes for it and your time begins now.
Should I start now? Sorry. Okay, I have to do.
Start, please. 2 minutes to continue. Favorite books and magazines.
So I'm not that used to study books. Once I have read one book which is called the robot. It was the robot. So how it used to be, like how they have been introduced in our countries or in other countries. So how about you, Vakas? Did you read any books or any articles, magazines?
I like a kind of magazine in my whole country. I like a magazine, English magazine. I like read, and I like read magazine. How about you?
Sorry, I didn't hear you properly. Can you repeat that? I've read the book called Robo. I didn't remember the author. So in that they have created the how they have invented the robots, like how they have structured the robo design like a human body. They have attached all the parts from the different places with metals. How they have introduced him, like how they have introduced the robo with their technology and the standards they have created. Like they have created that they can do the things, and how they can walk, how they can make answer the people when they are talking to them. So it was very nice reading that. And when we see in the movies as well, we have seen in the movies that how the robots are working, like giving the output for the people in present days. So did you seen any robots in your real life, or did you seen any article about robots?
No, I don't like. I don't have time in the read magazines. Sometime I don't have time, small little time I read magazine and about body, body, and I like reading movies about movies, and I like read magazine, mm, culture about country
Mhm.
like that.
Okay. What kind of magazines you have read before? Did you read any culture magazines?
Yes, I like about read culture, and I like about movies. I like read and artists more over my country, our country. I like about read.
Okay.
Do you like read magazine about film, movie, and artists about?
Yeah, I like sometimes in our daily newspapers. Sometimes they get on Sunday magazines. So sometimes I like to watch them because when I see the main article with celebrities pictures or the festivals, when we get to some festivals, they give a big notes on that something is we are getting offers on that and some detail about the festivals or the actors. So sometimes I used to watch them, but not usually, very less in my time. So, yeah.
On do you like on weekend read magazine? Any kind of?
No, usually in weekends, like to spend my time with my friends, but I never did spend my time on reading a magazines or any books. So basically, it's very rare I catch a book and read the books or magazines. Sometimes when I'm get bored or when I'm alone, then if I go watch any magazine nearby me, then I start reading that. But not that usually I read a magazine or any books. Do you read magazines or any books usually, like in any weekends or sometimes? Wakas, do you read magazines usually, or you also as like me?
I like only week, but other day I don't have time. I like to spend time with my family. I like
Mhm.
read on a weekend. What is your favorite time reading magazine books? Read?
As I said,
Like
it's very less. So only one time I've saw a magazine in a weekend, one two times. That too, which I remember, is a celebrity picture because I've started reading about that magazine because it was a our Indian celebrity which was a big movie of name of Pushpa. So I've seen that picture. So then I start reading that about that. What was the information? I was curious. Cure about what to know what was written in that magazine. That's it. So, did you read any magazine about any Indian celebrities?
sorry.
Did you read any magazine about Indian celebrities
Yeah,
anytime? Like,
yes, 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 I like I read magazine. Many times I like read magazine in Indian actor because I like Indian actor. I watching movie. I like listening song in Indian movie. Uh, I like reading. Mm,
Thank
I want to
you.
learn about
Thank you. Thank you
learn.
so much, Candidate A and Candidate B. This is the end of phase
yeah,
1A. Now we'll begin with the 90-second speech round. It is called phase 1B. Candidate A, you
okay,
will talk about your favorite sports for 90
okay,
seconds. And Candidate B, you will talk about public transport that you like. Public transport that you like. And use your mind to talk much today, Vikas, okay?
yeah,
So
yeah,
90-second speech. Other candidate would listen to the person who's speaking carefully so that they can ask 3 follow-up questions from that person. So let's start now. You can take 1 minute to think. You may take notes if you wish. Candidate A will talk about his favorite sports. Candidate B will talk about public transport, his preferred or favorite public transport. Take your time to think.
Okay.
Now, candidate A, please talk about your favorite sports for 90 seconds,
Okay.
and your time begins now.
So my favorite sport is pro kabaddi. In our country, we play our sports people which play. I watch is my favorite one is pro kabaddi. So in this there are 11 people who play kabaddi with the opposite people. So usually it happens for every 1 year. Every 1 year it's a sport which is done in our country in Hyderabad. So the team which I like is Hyderabad team, Hyderabadis. So in this, my favorite player is Karan. So he plays. He gives many stunts. Like when he go for a other catch for the other person, he starts like he's like hunting. He does like hunting. He catches minimum 1 to 2 people. So then he again takes when someone comes. How he uh, let them allow them to come inside, and then he starts catching them and let them be out. So my favorite sport is kabaddi. So every time whenever my team when they are playing, I don't go for my any place or any other time. I just spend watching in the TV. Sometimes I tried to go for the live event as well, but I couldn't go because of I didn't got the tickets. I've tried to get it. They usually keeps the tickets online, so I've tried to get the tickets in online, but I didn't got the chance buy the tickets. Usually, when they open the slots, they got fill up immediately. They got limited seats in the
Thank you. Thank you
stadium.
so much, candidate A, for talking. Now, candidate B, could you please ask 3 follow-up questions from candidate A about whatever he told you about his favorite sport? Please ask your questions.
Uh, what is your favorite play in kabaddi?
Like
What
going
name?
for the hunt, like player
What
name.
name?
You're asking name. So as I said, the captain Karan. So I like him very much because the way he plays the game in when he starts, like he's like hunting a tiger goes for a hunt to get a deer. Like that, he starts hunting. So I like him, Karan.
Hmm. Have you ever play your kabaddi
Yeah.
in the?
Actually, when I went recently, also when I went for a vacation, so we all the friends went for a vacation, almost 18 people. So at that time, at the beach, we in the beach we started playing kabaddi. So every time, whenever I get a time, if we are a lot of people, like 15, 20 people, we start playing kabaddi itself. Even here in the UK, we played kabaddi. It was the last in the December when we went for a vacation on New Year. So we played at that time.
Uh, do you like watching kabaddi at home in TV?
Yeah. I like to watch in TV itself because from the starting, when the game was started, I used to watch in the TV, but I was very interested to go watch it live. So I tried to get it, but couldn't get it. But this time I'll surely get a ticket before when the slots open.
Thank you. Thank you so much, candidate B. Now, candidate B, please talk for 90 seconds about your favorite public transport. You have 90 seconds. Your time begins now.
Hmm. I like public transport in taxi. Uh, I have on my car, but sometimes if my car not available in my, I like to uh, use in car taxi. and sometimes I like use public transport in a bus. My country have a lot of traffic jam in my country. That's why I usually use on my car. If I go around the city, I like to use my car. And if I go to with my friend, my in the go restaurant, I like to use public transport. Uh, on around the city, I like to own my car because I can quickly reach in the place. Mm, I and I like sometimes I like my bike. Sometimes I go in the neighborhood and buy something
Thank
grocery in my
you. Thank you so much,
which
candidate B. Now, candidate A, could you please ask 3 follow-up questions from candidate B about whatever he told you about his favorite public transport?
Yeah. So how often do you travel in public cars? Like as you said, you travel in cars. So how often you travel in cars? Like
I I usually use I go to work on my car every day. I use.
okay, okay. So do you like driving the car or like do you like sitting in the passenger seat?
No, no. I know how to drive. I have license. I like to drive my car.
Okay, you like to drive. Okay. So did you go for any long drive recently? Like uh,
Sorry.
did you go for any long drive recently that you have drive any place
Yes,
long drive?
yes. I drive.
Okay.
Thank you so
What
much,
is
candidate A and candidate B. This is the end of phase 1B. Now, I am going to play a recording for both of you. You will listen to the recording and answer 3 questions each. If
okay?
you don't know, I want to tell you that in the second part of listening, there's a switch in the recording. Please understand this thing. Candidate A, in the first round, recording 1. Candidate B, in the first round, recording 2. But second time, when I will ask you questions and repeat the recording, then candidate A, recording 2. Candidate B, recording 1. You can take notes
Problem.
while listening. Sorry. Apologies, my connection is unstable. I need to repeat. I'm going to repeat and tell you again. Can you hear me now?
Sorry, there was a network issue. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, apologies. I will repeat. I'm going to conduct a listening test now. In this listening test, each
Okay.
one of you will answer 3 questions.
Okay.
And remember that there's a switch in the recording. Most of the people do not realize this, that if I'm candidate A in the first round of listening, my recording is recording 1. But if I'm candidate A, in the second round of listening, my recording is recording 2. Listen to the examiner carefully because the examiner will tell you which recording to listen. Recording 1 or recording 2. Let's practice one test today and find out. Let's see how well you will perform. Just excuse me. Let me find a test for you. Candidate A and candidate B, you will both listen to the recording and tell me what does the first person like about the party, the food, the music, or the people? Candidate B, you will tell me what does the second speaker like about the party, the food, the music, or the people? Let's listen.
Speaking and listening test. Recording 1. I went to a party 2 days ago and I have to say, the food was amazing. There was so much to eat, everything was cooked to perfection. I couldn't stop myself from trying every dish that was there. It was just too good. However, I did not like the music they were playing. It was just too loud and not really my style. The party was still fun and enjoyable because of the delicious food and the great conversations I had with my friends. Anyway, the party was in room 205 at the hotel next to UKSE building and it started at around 8 p.m. on Saturday. I left around midnight because I had to be up early the next day for work. Overall, it was a good night, but I hope the next party I attend has some better music choices. Recording 2.
I went to a party and had so much fun with my friends. The party was held at my friend's house on the 3rd floor of the building and started at 7 p.m. on Saturday night. We had a great time socializing and meeting new people from UKSE Language Centre, where we all study together. But honestly, the food wasn't very good, so I didn't enjoy that part. Nonetheless, I'm glad I went and had a good time with my friends.
Now listen again. Recording 1.
All right, candidate A, from the first recording, what did they like about the party? The food? What did the first person like about the party? The food, the music, or the people?
So it was the food.
Food.
Who's candidate A?
Me. I was
The
saying that.
candidate A, please tell me, what did the first person
The
like
food.
about the party?
So it was the food.
Thank you. Candidate B, what did the second person like about the party?
Music.
Incorrect. Candidate A, would you like to answer?
Yeah, it was the people.
Bakas, what
Teacher,
are you doing? Why are you not listening to your own recording? You are candidate B, so your recording
Teacher,
was
I think I won. Candidate won.
candidate B. From the first recording, what was the room number of the party the woman attended? And what time did the party start? Candidate A, from the second recording, where was the party held? And what time did the party start? Let's listen once again.
Speaking and listening test. Recording 1. I went to a party 2 days ago and I have to say, the food was amazing. There was so much to eat, everything was cooked to perfection. I couldn't stop myself from trying every dish that was there. It was just too good. However, I did not like the music they were playing. It was just too loud and not really my style. The party was still fun and enjoyable because of the delicious food and the great conversations I had with my friends. Anyway, the party was in room 205 at the hotel next to UKSE building and it started at around 8 p.m. on Saturday. I left around midnight because I had to be up early the next day for work. Overall, it was a good night, but I hope the next party I attend has some better music choices.
Recording 2. I went to a party and had so much fun with my friends. The party was held at my friend's house on the 3rd floor of the building and started at 7 p.m. on Saturday night. We had a great time socializing and meeting new people from UKSE Language Centre, where we all study together. But honestly, the food wasn't very good, so I didn't enjoy that part. Nonetheless, I'm glad I went and had a good time with my friends.
Now listen again. Recording 1. I went to a party.
Candidate B. From the first recording, what was the room number of the party the woman attended? Candidate B.
20 and 25.
What time did the party start?
1 p.m.
Candidate A. From the second recording, where was the party held?
So it was in her friend's house, which was on the third floor.
Good. And what time did the party start?
The party started at 7 p.m. on Saturday.
All right. Thank you. Let's check your answers. Do you think that Vakas gave the correct answers?
No.
Can
No,
you
ma'am.
tell me what is the answer? What was the room number
It was
of the party?
it was 205 hotel next to the UKVI building, and the time
Okay.
was 8
Room
p.m.
number 205. And what time did the party start?
8 p.m. on the Saturday.
8 p.m. Vakas, are you sleeping? Vakas, please do not fail the test, because otherwise there will be a problem. Everything will be wasted. Use your notebook, the notepad the examiner will give you. Write on it. Otherwise, you can forget.
Yeah.
Failed. You have failed this listening test. First recording fail, and second round also fail. Vakas, can you hear me? Only one mistake, because not writing questions.
Yes,
Write
yes.
question on the notebook, Vakas. Write it. You have permission to write. Understanding or not?
Yes, teacher, I understand.
Vakas, is there any problem with test? Candidate A means candidate 1. Candidate B means candidate 2. You're candidate number 1, so you're candidate A. You're candidate number 2, so you're candidate B. No understanding?
I understand.
Will you use your paper and your pen in the exam or not? Will you write the numbers on your notebook? Yes, you will. You will also figure out what question the examiner is asking from me. You will write it down quickly in Urdu. Write it in Urdu. Write it in some other language that you know. Quickly. Room number. Write it in Urdu. Write it in Roman Urdu. Something so that you can remember. Vakas, can you understand what I'm telling you?
Okay.
If examiner says,
Yes,
candidate
teacher, I
A,
understand.
what is the room number? So write room number. So today the topic in the exam was, imagine where you're taking some students to watch a sports match, but we are going to repeat the same statement in here. Imagine that you're taking some students to watch a sports match. Where would you like to take them? To watch a cricket match, to watch a football match, or to watch a tennis match? First, decide with each other.
Shall we start?
Decide first.
Okay. Okay. So what
Yes.
do you think about taking the students? Where do we for cricket match or for the football match or for tennis match? What would you suggest?
I think cricket match.
Okay, that's a
What
great.
do you think?
Yeah, yeah, cricket match would be better for students to watch and get some time. So like how do we plan and take them like for the cricket watching the cricket all the
First of
students.
all, how many to travel on car, on bus?
First we'll decide like it think about like 20 students, so we'll plan about for 20 students, so that if it is 20 students, then bus would be great for
Yes,
traveling for us, free to sit and they can have some time as well in the bus.
yeah, bus is good.
So like how what we will be doing there after going to the match when we travel to the bus, what we will be doing there, like do we have to plan for like how much to spend there, like to get the tickets and to for the entry ticket, how we will plan that?
Yes, uh, maybe Cricket may have on the way maybe 2 hour on the way I go reaching the stadium and
Okay.
first I buy the ticket.
Okay, so you will book the tickets, so I'll what else how much time we will be spending there. I'll see the time when to start.
Maybe cricket has
Yeah, yeah,
nine
I'll
maybe 9 o'clock start maybe 3 hour continue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So match would be around 3 hours. So then we'll plan
3 hour.
accordingly in the morning. So we can start if our journey is 1 hour to the stadium, to reach the cricket match
Yeah.
stadium. So we'll start in the morning and then we can reach the timing 50 almost 1 hour before. Then we can plan to when the match starts. People students will be in the place and the surroundings for when it is crowded, so they can spend good time by watching the cricket and
Yes,
enjoying the
good.
moment.
Enjoy the mood. Yes, there is so much enjoyed. Some and what is after a match finish? After have plan some place going a
So when
restaurant
they
and
watch the time, watch after the game completed, students might be get tired and they might feel hungry. So we will plan something to get eat in between of the time
yeah,
in the match, or else after the session we can take them to some good place to have good food, and then we can complete the match.
yeah, there have um, I know there have one restaurant a very delicious food have
Mhm.
I think go there in all of
Oh, that's a great idea. Then, if it is having a good food, then people can students can enjoy the food, and then they can they
mm,
can take rest, and that's a great idea.
mm.
Mm. Our plan is like once we take all the students to the traveling bus, sitting in the bus, and then we travel to the stadium and having the tickets, and then complete after completion match.
Do you
We just,
yeah uh,
mm,
if you have a student like asking a student want to there have a want to have a time go there you do you think is good
Can
for
you guys
student?
no,
discuss with
I
each other the same points? Same situation will remain the same, but what the students should bring with them when they're coming to watch the
yeah.
match? And you also have to tell me what benefit will they get from watching it. Could you please discuss these 2 points also?
Yeah, so we will tell the students to bring their water bottles and be in a uniform so that we can recognize them. So, what do you think, Vakas? How it will be like getting on a uniform, because students might get missing. So, if they have a same uniform dress, we can we can identify them easily. So, what do you think to get the students?
student get the
As I said, like uniform would be good. What do you think? Like,
no have a extra cricket stadium have one shirt is good for student.
okay. So what would you suggest? Like, uniform is would not be okay. Then we'll keep an ID card on
No,
them, school ID. That would be easy for, like, if they got missed, they can get through the ID card. They can identify the people if someone can identify and get contact to us.
And also, what benefit
no.
would they get from
Yeah.
from the sport? Please discuss.
So, so, if we take to the people, students to the cricket match, they can watch and they can get encouraged by playing. If cricket people players, if they play chasing or for batting, they can enjoy the game by watching that how they can chase their life in life also. When they are losing the game, they'll get the encouragement of they have to win. So by watching the match, students can get the encouragement to win the match. So I think that would be great for students to watch the match for winning or to accept both. What would you think, Waqas, about this thing, like watching the cricket for students?
Yeah, student uh, I think a student watching a match is after learning about mm, match finish after uh, maybe student go to home, maybe playing sports in cricket. I think
Yeah, they can play, right? You are
yeah.
also right. They can get encouragement of playing. They can want to become a cricket players
First,
or watch.
yeah,
Yeah,
first see after.
by get encouragement of playing. Even they get a free time, even they can start playing cricket with their friends and have some time. That would be also a great idea, Vikas.
Thank you. Thank you so much, candidate A and candidate B. Good discussion. This is the end of phase 2B part 1. Now, candidate A and candidate B. Please discuss the
Teacher,
topic transport system in your country. You have 3 minutes and your time begins now. Transport system in your country.
Okay, so how is your transport system in your country, Vikas?
my country transport is very difficult because there people now follow the rule is a lot of traffic jam is
Mhm.
too much problem. How
Oh.
about you?
In my
Please.
country is also the same situation. Like the traffic facility which is provided by the government is very worst. Like their roads are not good, and transport system which is there, which is controlled by the government, is not good. They won't obey the rules. Like the roads are very worst in when it gets rain, so the roads get very worst. So how are the roads in your country? Like, are they good in condition for
My,
the driving?
yes, no, no, no. This road is no good. All some broken and too much traffic and have too much bike. Country have to that. Do you think if follow the rule, people in your countries is
good traffic, not
Yeah,
jam in
yeah,
your country.
yeah. That would be a good idea to uh, have a transport system giving strict rules. Like you can see in other countries, European countries, they have a traffic rules. So that's the reason they are in a good system. So in our countries also, if they good rules or good fines and penalties, then they can take a good transport. People can't take, everyone won't take the transport facility like bikes. They won't take when they get a challan. So how often is your government is charging fines for the transport system? Is that
Yeah,
all same for the vehicles big vehicles, buses and train, how buses and
yes.
others?
Different bike and a car and bus different charge government if
Mm-hmm.
not follow the rule is charge. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
how
What do
about
you
you?
think? Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah,
Traveling in a train or traveling in a buses would be easy in your country transport.
my
Which one
country
would
is
be the better?
yeah. My opinion is a train is good for transport in public. You can
Okay,
easily
nice.
reach your place, any place if you want to go. And how about you? Is train is good transport in bus, public
Yeah,
bus?
in our country, train is the best. The one of the best, not the best. No, I can't say the best one. Train is a good one because sometimes longer journeys routes are not good. So trains would be best. They can reach
But
the trains in the timing would be longer, but it is easy. How long the journey in your country for to travel a journey in trains? Like how long it would be for reaching a destination?
mm, maybe one sometime one day, one
Uh-huh.
and a half day like that.
Okay.
I don't know, but I no don't travel is long.
Okay. How are the transport stations like? If you have a bus station or a railway station, how are they maintained? Like, are they maintained good for the transport for the people to drive? Like, do they have all the facilities for the transportation?
No, stations. Do you think
Okay, they are not.
and taxi is a good transport in your country?
Yeah, taxes is always good, but the thing is they are maintaining high prices. If you go for a public transport, it would be 10 or 15. But if you go for taxis, they charge twice or thrice than the usual amount. So it's good to travel in taxis, but only in the I prefer in the emergency times we have to use private transport like taxis or cabs. So how often you use the taxis or cabs?
Taxi I use if I have a emergency, go to hospital and go to emergency. I use a taxi and you yeah. Mm.
Mhm.
What is very expensive transport in your country?
Sorry,
Very expensive transport in your country.
consist. Sorry, I can't hear you clearly.
What is very expensive in your country?
Consist to get you.
I tell what is very expensive transport in your country.
Like trans.
Transport
I
very
didn't get it.
expensive. I mean, uh,
You're asking what is the best one? You're asking.
yeah, You pay now. You pay some transport pay.
Yeah. So price is
Yes,
reasonable
price is
if we
very
travel
yes.
in public transport, the trains or buses. So buses are usually like from 10 rupees to 15 rupees for any destination. It is for average is 10 rupees for one destination. So
Have
depends on the locations changing. It will go for the higher prices.
have you travel in plane?
Yeah, I have traveled to my temple, so I usually don't go for the trains, but only for one location for where it is a my temple, traditional place, Tirupati, which is known as. So we go for there in yearly once. So at that time only I travel. It is 1 day journey, so we have to book prior 1 month before or 15 days before for the seats. Then we can go on the public transport. So, did you went to in the train for any long journey?
Yes. When I children, I travel is train, but not now is. But law, it's been 10 year I live in Dubai. Uh, Never I use in train.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so
How
much,
how is it?
candidate A and candidate B. This is the end of the test, and good luck for your result.